Hey, finally I get someone in this chat. Wow, it's been a whole minute and a half, and it's pretty much been nothing as I've been silent. And I already get a like. Wow, I appreciate that. Another banger stream. Bruh, it hasn't even started yet. But glad you're complimenting on that already. Yep, I had to pay my fans another stream, so here you go. As I now do this once every month. Yes, they are, and I'm sorry I can't control it. As mentioned in my videos, I've been telling her so many times to quiet down, but they do not listen. So, I don't want anyone blaming this stuff on me. Oh, hey, JB Films, you already have a question. Let's see. What are your thoughts on America Says... Let me read that again. What are your thoughts on America Says getting a new season? I think it's surprising, and that's something I want to talk about later on the stream when I go over Game Show Network. But yeah, for now, I'll say that's surprising. I never, yeah, I never thought that would actually happen, but yeah. More will be said later on. Hey, I actually like the fact that everything from the TV shown here, so maybe I'll do the stream like this, or show the channels like this, because everything's seen, you guys can see the TV perfect from here, so I think I'll keep it like this. Hello, some Wally fan. You didn't come too late, which is still cool. I'm not gonna start the schedules until 1:20, so you got time. Or yeah, we have time here. Oh my goodness, 39 people in 3 minutes? That's crazy. Got a new person, Terry Kel Howlaby 1468. I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm doing good. I love how you used my former name instead of my new name, but hey, you can call me Crayar, you can call me Spencer R. It doesn't really matter. It's technically the same thing. I'm still the same guy. Though I'm glad we're keeping the whole Crayar name alive, in a way. I honestly hope YouTube allows me to keep the stream on here because the past couple streams I've done, they led to problems. The first one got blocked for for whatever reason, and then the second one, YouTube just didn't want to upload it. Like I don't know why. It said it was uploading, but it also said that there was no estimate available. I'm like, bruh, what's taking you so long? Just upload the stream and be done with it. I didn't really want to say that, but I had to get it out of my system here, so yeah. Anyways, he said, some Wally fan said, by the way, have you heard about the new regular show coming in CN in the US starting on May 11th? Yeah, I am hype, but I must say, I don't know if that's completely like confirmed or not, because I haven't seen any, obviously haven't seen any promos of that on Cartoon Network yet. I know it's going to premiere internationally outside of the US, but the main US, I know some reports are saying that's confirmed for that, but I haven't really seen much, again, promos on TV yet. But if that's the case, if that's a real deal, then frick yeah. I actually saw one of my best friends, Cold Terry Studios, text me that on Instagram. So yeah, it looks like yeah, good thing he knows about the whole regular show revival, I guess you could say, too. Even though I wouldn't really say it's a revival, because they're not going to follow the exact same ending storyline as the original finale did in 2017. Yeah, so that's the main reason why Cartoon Network's been giving regular show a massive amount of respect. It's because of that new show. I believe the same would go for Adventure Time, but once again, I could care less about that. Today, the first official poster of regular show, the last tapes have been revealed today, and the art style on the poster is the classic 2010 art style. Really? Um, that's pretty cool, actually. I don't know if it was like reused from the 2010s or 2010 or like they like made some new art from that year that they didn't release yet. If you guys are catching my drift, but no matter what, though, it looks so freaking cool. Yeah, actually, earlier at 1 o'clock, my bird was like chirping up a storm. In other words, chirping a whole lot. So I had to start this stream right after she was done. So that's why I started a little bit like a couple minutes later. Never watched GSN. Is it any good? Of course it is. Like they actually have a lot of shows on the lineup, including some older shows like Deal or No Deal, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We'll get to that later. Um, Cash Cab, and the oldest show they have on the network, Match Game with Gene Rayburn. This is the first time a show is going to have premieres on CN on weekdays since like 2023, since they only had premieres on Saturday mornings. Oh yeah, because May 11th, I believe, is a Monday. Because yeah, May 12th, that's one of my friend's birthdays, by the way. I think that's on a Tuesday. So yeah, I thought it was going to premiere on weekends, like how they have been doing all this time, but no, it's going to premiere on weekdays. Most likely replace some of the original regular show. Wouldn't be surprised. Um, the new Jew XLs. Not gonna lie, for some reason I thought about Ren and Stimpy airing on Nick at Night. That's a little bizarre, but I mean they air classic SpongeBob on Nick at Night, so I guess it's not that bad. Yeah, it's a Monday. Hello, Dylan Thomas. You actually finally joined a stream, even though you didn't say anything about you joining, but hey, I'm glad you did join, so good for you. I actually thought regular show The Lost Tapes was going to air on Adult Swim. Well, to be honest, I kind of thought the same thing, but for some reason they just want to put it on CN. I mean, to be fair though, adults are watching Cartoon Network as well, so that makes sense. Hello, light blue Yoshi fan 02. I think you're a new fan. I don't really recognize you on my channel, but yeah. The reason why, because I had thought about one time, I had thought about one time when I was making my own version of Nick. Oh, honestly, I think that would be cool if they aired classic Nickelodeon Nicktoons on Nick at Night. Like, it would be way better than just spamming Friends, Mike and Molly, um, uh, the Big Bang Theory, and the Big Bang Theory and stuff like that. No, YouTube, I do not want to put in a Q&A sticker. We don't need that here. Possible Nick Rewind revival? Oh, that would be great. At least it belongs more on Nick at Night than it does on frickin' Teennick. Like, I get it. Nick Rewind did originate on Teennick, or before it was called the 90s or all that, but, um, yeah, I, like, okay, yeah, Nick Rewind, that was fine, but, like, on the regular Teennick channel, unbranded, yeah, no, that doesn't really suit. From a source, it's going to air at 9 a.m. on weekdays, replacing Tom and Jerry Tales. Oh. Hmm. Interesting. Wow. Um, I would have aired it like at noon or maybe at 4 o'clock for a whole hour. Well, I heard there's only going to be 40 episodes. Do you guys know if it's going to be 11 episodes or like half hour episodes? My guess probably 15 minutes, much like with the original regular show episodes. Dylan Thomas said, and it belongs to Cartoon Network, and I'm glad because I was about to be mad if it did air on Adult Swim. I mean, again, to be fair, I yeah, to be honest, I don't really care or mind what channel it's going to be on. Like, it's still going to be a part of CN regardless. I mean, if they place it on Boomerang, obviously that's the stupid decision. But CN or AS, I don't mind. Bancho the Bean. I think I might have commented this a year ago, but one time in June 2023, I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I saw Boomerang, CN, and Adult Swim headquarters while in a car. I don't think I remember you commenting that, but that's cool. That is so freaking lucky of you, man. Yeah, you were so lucky that day. What's your opinion on the Yo Gabba Gabba reboot? Oh, are you talking about Yo Gabba Gabba Land? Oh, I've never seen that, but I have seen promos. And yeah, as much as again, well, no, you guys already know I don't like Yo Gabba Gabba. It's one of the worst baby shows on Noggin or Nickjr. Um, I don't really like how the reboot looks. I mean, I do like how they kept the original costumes for Muno, Fufa, Broby, Tootie, and Plex, but I don't know why they had the the decision to replacing DJ Lance with that girl host. Like, I mean, I get it. DJ Lance, he's kind of aging, but he's still in the state. He could have reprised his role for the host, but nevertheless, they just decided to cast someone else. So again, even though I don't like Yo Gabba Gabba, I guess it doesn't look that bad. Maybe, but it's still not a good show. I honestly prefer the Blues Clues reboot over that, but that's just my opinion. I'm just not a fan of Yo Gabba Gabba. I know Cole Terry Studios kind of likes it because it was his childhood, but at the same time, he probably doesn't. I don't know why I said he liked it. He probably doesn't like Yo Gabba Gabba, but I'm pretty sure he does know about the revival as well. It would be nice if they aired reruns of the show at 4:30 p.m. Yeah, that would be nice. Like, it's still regular show related. It would make sense. Hello, Cameron, the rap music fan. I almost, yeah, I just noticed your comment while I was talking about the other thing. Have you seen my dog Blue? Blue's Clues? Hi out there, it's me, Steve. Have you seen Blue, my puppy? There she is. Bow. Oh God. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, you're probably gonna change your comment. It was about Henry Danger or and Drake and Josh or something. Hello, Andrew Philip Filippo. You're definitely a new user. Oh, look who we have here, Mr. Billy himself. What's up, man? How's it going? I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather watch Henry Danger than watch a Loud House. Fair enough. I don't like either shows, but that's cool. I will probably add the show at 4:30 to my fan made schedule. That's cool. What do you think of Disney XD airing Wander Over Yonder and Pickle and Peanut on April 17th? Yeah, God. Let me read that comment again. What do you think of Disney XD airing Wander Over Yonder and Pickle and Peanut on April 7th, 2026? Well, I don't care for either show, but I think it's really cool. Like, at least Disney is actually caring for their classics, unlike freaking Nickelodeon. Cartoon Network cares for their classics too, obviously. I'll probably make a video on the 30th anniversary of Blues Clues. Blues Clues, yeah. I mean, I might do the same thing too. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll do a stream on the 8th of September, and I could rewatch the 25th anniversary of Blues Clues when I did the video on that. Are you excited for the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special? Pfft, of course not. I don't like Hannah Montana. I think that show's weird. I still like Henry Danger, but I'm not crazy about it like I used to be back in the day. All right, that's cool. And it's not up there with the likes of Drake and Josh, Keenan and Kel, or iCarly, in which all three of those shows are way freaking better than Henry Danger, in my opinion. I heard Regular Show might be back. Yeah, some Wally fan was just talking about that, and some other users there as well. Even though Pickle and Peanut sucks, I hate Pickle and Peanut. I mean, to be fair, it is a bad show, but I kind of prefer it. Okay, guys, don't hate me for this. I kind of prefer it over Breadwinners a little bit. Like at least with Pickle and Peanut, they don't have characters twerking at each other like how Swayslay and Badoost do. Oh my god, that's disgusting. What is a show that everybody hates but you like? Um, I'm not sure if everyone in the world hates this. I know some people would think it's okay or decent, but my answer would have to be Baby Looney Tunes. Breadwinners suck. Yeah. Maybe I will add the wonderfully weird world of Gumball to my fanmade schedule. Yeah, that'd be nice. They're both better than the problem solvers. They're both better than the problem solvers. There's that. Yeah, you got a point. Also, at least there's not so many freaking colors on the screen, like how in the first episode of Problem Solvers, Time Twister. Like I remember, the mysterious Mister Enter made a animated atrocity on that, and based on how his screen looked, how it was all blurry and stuff, it's like there are so many colors flying everywhere. It looks so bad, but in a way, it's kind of funny, even though it's god awful animation. I will admit, I still like The Simpsons, Family Guy, and SpongeBob, but I think all those shows need to go. I agree. Like, I mean, I'm okay with The Simpsons. I pretty much mostly hate Family Guy, and I hate SpongeBob. So I would agree to that. I'm so excited for the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special because the Disney that's the Disney Channel era from the 2000s that I grew up with. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that franchise really. I'm not really too much of a fan of any of the Disney Channel shows really since I don't really watch Disney much anymore. What is your favorite Cartoon Network show that currently airs reruns on Cartoon Network? Well, I guess regular show like maybe I could also give my thoughts on the shows that air on the channel. Why not? I don't think I've done that ever. So I don't know if I should count Adult Swim though. Nah, I think we'll just stick with CN. I know you don't play the Fortnite game, but I just wanted to say that they added CN characters to the game like Ed, and Eddie, and regular show. Well, um, for Ed, and Eddie, they did Ed, but they didn't do Double D and Eddie, so m- not really. Ed's the only character, obviously. Yeah. You did it once in your older videos. Ah, yes, the every single show, every single Cartoon Network show, in my opinion. Yeah, but that wasn't like showing the schedule and showing you like the shows while I'm giving my opinions on it. That was just showing my face and my opinions on every show, even though most of the reviews or my thoughts on the shows were kind of half ashed in a way. What I mean by that is that I was basically saying the show and I'm like, um, I was saying the show, then I was like, I just gave out a brief summary of what it was about, and I'm like, this show sucks, this show is good, this show is okay, and then that was it. I moved on. Hi Spencer, did you see Pie Guy's recent live stream? He made a surprise comeback. Yeah. I was actually listening to that a little bit yesterday and I watched a little bit today as well. Um that's something else I kind of want to say here. Like I am so very surprised that Pie Guy Rules came back. Like after he said goodbye around 2024ish, I was like, "Huh, I guess this guy's not going to come back again." But ever since I saw that recent live stream, I'm like, "Oh my god, he came back? I was not expecting this. Oh my god. This is crazy." Yeah, so uh-huh. I just thought that was shocking. My jaw literally just dropped when I saw that. Like I was just surprised, basically. Are you one of his fans? Cuz of course I've seen a whole bunch of his fans on the live stream obviously, and I was going to comment, but I don't know, I got a little too scared. I don't think a kind of a big YouTuber would reply to a smaller one like me. Should Nick at Night be moved back to 9 p.m.? I mean, yeah, Nickelodeon's probably just gonna put in a bunch of SpongeBob anyway, but still. Hey, since they air SpongeBob at night, why can't they have SpongeBob play from 7 through 9? Look, I get it. It's on Nicktoons as well, but come on, it would make better sense. Like, Friends needs a break. That's not even a good show, in my opinion. If you guys like it, fine, but I'm not a fan of it. The only episode I like, though, is the one that had Charlie Sheen because he was on a show that's way better than Friends, Two and a Half Men. But even then, Charlie Sheen's more funnier on Two and a Half Men. Two and a Half Men. Him, Jake, and Alan Harper. Oh my god, they're just a great trio. Much like with the Eds. What do you think of the non auto generated captions being available on certain videos like YouTube Poops? I don't know. Maybe I I don't know. I guess they're cool. I don't know what else to say about it. Imagine if Drake and Josh made a cameo in King of the Hill. Oh my god, that'd be funny. Maybe they could have like Hank and Dale be locked up in the tree house or something. They'll be like, Dale? Yeah, Hank. Where's the door hole? Oh, it's right there. I drew it with a marker or something. You're supposed to cut it out with a power saw. Okay, I'll do it. All right, get the power saw. And stand up straight or something. Hank, we got a problem. We don't have the saw. I wonder why. Hey, Drake, do you think those guys are copying us up there? Yeah, probably. Who knows, maybe Viacom will strike them or something. They better. Or even more better, make it. Oh, that'd be funny. What's your opinion on the Big Bang Theory? It's okay, but I think Two and a Half Men is way freaking better than that show. I'll give the Big Bang Theory credit that Two and a Half Men didn't do. They made a reference to Thomas the Tank Engine. There's that one scene in that one episode where the guy offered Sheldon a Thomas the Tank Engine cake, and then he was asking him with yeah, and he was asking him with real puffing smoke, and then he accepted it. But of course, Two and a Half Men also made references to another great show, Ed and Eddie. Yeah, they actually made a few Ed and Eddie references for the people that not only watch the show but haven't been paying attention. Like there's this one episode with the birthday, and in the background you actually see a portrait of Ed Double D and Eddie in a different in different brighter colors or darker colors, which I thought was a really cool reference. And I literally just spotted that like maybe under less than a year ago, I want to say. I asked because I plan to make my own captions for my videos. Interesting. How about make a classic block on Nick at Night just like Checkered Past, 7 p.m. through 9 p.m. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a perfect idea right there. They have to do that. They have to do that. Like adults will be watching around that time anyway. Well, ad- adults will pretty much be watching any other time because not much kids are watching TV. But still, that's a great idea. I agree with that. I also saw you deleted your Family Guy salute. Yep, and for good reasons too, because I don't like Family Guy anymore. I lost interest. I mean, I put in the title outdated, so obviously that would let you know that well, I don't like Family Guy anymore. I don't. The old episodes, like mentioned in my previous Ask episode I uploaded a few days ago, the old episodes are okay, all right, but the new episodes, and the reasons for that is because of Peter treating Meg like garbage and the whole offensive joke thing. Like, they didn't used to do that back then, but like starting with season 4, they made references to that offensive day with those two numbers, you guys should already know what I'm talking about. Cause already know what I'm talking about. Cause if I say it here, YouTube's gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're being violent. We're gonna take your video down now." Do you plan on deleting your SpongeBob salute? I believe you made one years ago, but you deleted that one and then you remade it. Yeah, the reason why I remade it is because there was a problem with the editing system in the older one, and YouTube basically just pressed the upside down button on their remote, if you guys know what I mean, and then flipped the video literally upside down. Which was just weird, and I just noticed that, and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? So I had no other choice but to get rid of it, and then I remade it not only with like a different style, but also with a new method of saluting. So it's not the Go Animate one where I was like, old SpongeBob, oh yeah, this era rocks. No, I was like, I feel like this era is the best of the show. That's how I started out the salute. So yeah, I didn't want to do that, but YouTube, being the freaking idiots as they are, I had no other freaking choice. My mom doesn't even let me watch that. Really? Like, may I ask how old you are? Um, like, if you're around your, like, late teens or something, then that's kind of, in a way, weird. Yeah, Family Guy. You're 19? Okay, so my question is why? Like, you're old enough, you're clearly old enough to watch the show, so what, does she think it's too inappropriate or something, or does she not like the fact that they're making the offensive like tragedy jokes? Like, I mean, that I can understand, but everything else, why? I'm basically like Keenan from Keenan and Kel. Why? 7 p.m. Rugrats, 7:30 Hey Arnold, 8 Cat Dog, 8:30 Rocko's Modern Life. I like that. I like it. I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob either. Oh my God. Okay, with Family Guy, I can understand why you weren't allowed to watch it, but SpongeBob? A kid's show? Once again, why? She doesn't. She doesn't. How offensive it is? Okay. Do you know the Nickelodeon show Wayside? If so, what's your opinion on it? I do know it, but I haven't seen a singular episode of it. Um, I mean, I've seen Do Not's like rant on it in his top 18 worst Nickelodeon shows. I don't think it's that bad. The smiles are kind of creepy, but I don't know. The art style is kind of okay, but um, I'll just say I have no opinion really. What what is Time is Bluey? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Dina Sullivan. When are you going to start the schedules? I can start right now if you guys want to. I mean, I was going to wait for Bubba's World to show up, but I guess he's not going to come. All right, so you guys know exactly what channels I'm going to go through. So, normally I would come up with the orders for what channels I do first and last, but this time I think I'll let you guys decide what I start with. We'll make this viewer's choice this time. My mom just thought it was icky, though I've watched it with my cousins. Interesting. What's your opinion on the show Kid vs. Cat? No opinion. No opinion. I haven't seen a full episode of that. That guy who makes random stuffs, yeah. That's a definite different user. Yeah, I literally just said that. Yeah. Hi. What time is Bluey? Once again, you're not making sense, bruh. You're supposed to comment what time does Bluey start? Kid versus Cat is stupid. Yeah, I agree. Start with CN. All right. You know, Howard Henry aired on Nickelodeon in the UK. I think I do, but It sounds familiar, so yeah, why not? I'll say yes. Okay, come on. Don't be trying to mess with me, remote. You're on a stream here. Okay, so we're not going to count that. Now, for CN, I think I'll go ahead and just show the schedule they have currently, or right now, yeah, because of the whole YouTube thing I mentioned before. And I get it. I know you guys have seen this like 2 times already. This is going to be the third time, but once again, I just want this to be shown for the people that is going to rewatch this stream later on, or watch it if you haven't even joined or whatever. Don't do Boomerang this time, since the schedule is on autopilot. They do nothing. They're doing nothing for Acme Fools. I heard on your posts. Well, technically they still have Looney Tunes stuff going on, but still, it's at the exact same times, and they're not airing the other shows they do on weekends, like Baby Looney Tunes and I guess that's it. I can't really think of much else. Duck Dodgers, I think so. I'd rather watch the Thundermans than the Loud House. Okay. What time is The Simpson? You forgot the S, Dinah Sullivan. Let's see. I'm not gonna go to the FXX schedule just for The Simpsons, so let's just say 5 o'clock, okay? Alright, let's go ahead and show you what they have currently. So, 6 a.m., and I'm just gonna do weekdays here. Don't worry, I'm gonna do Acme Fools as well. That's a guarantee because that schedule has confirmed. And I might as well show the day before as well, since unfortunately they reverted back to that other schedule. I wish Max and Ruby would come back to Nick Jr. Yeah, we all wish that, dude. Okay, so we got regular show. Tom and Jerry, almost said Ivandoe there. Bat Wheels, Bugs Bunny Builders, Gumball, The Looney Tunes Show. Actually, this works better. I like this. The Tom and Jerry Show, Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, the new Scooby and Scrappy-Doo Show, Flapjack, Regular Show, Summer Camp Island, Teen Titans Go, Gumball, and We Bare Bears. So still a decent lineup. I know it's more of the same, but still. What time is Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? That's 5 a.m. Okay, Dinah Sullivan, you could really just look up on the schedules yourself. You don't really need to ask in here. Okay, so we're gonna move on over to... We're gonna do that Monday, because luckily that Monday is confirmed right before Acme Fools. Replace 7:30 a.m. through 8:30 a.m. Gumball. Yeah, that'd be nice. We can put in something like Uncle Grandpa and Apple and Onion or something. Oh, that's right. I don't know if that day is confirmed or not. Easter. Let's see. Maybe it is. Maybe I'll take a look at it after I'm done with this. So, let's see the schedule after they're done with the We Bare Bears thing. So we get regular show, Ivandoe, Bat Wheels, Bugs Bunny Builders, Gumball, Looney Tunes Show, Tom and Jerry Show, Mystery Inc., Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo, What's New Scooby-Doo? Wow, 3 Scooby-Doo shows. That's crazy. Flapjack. I still can't believe that's on the schedule. Like, in all honesty, I thought they'd replace the show with Chowder or something. Like they could put Flapjack on Sunday on Boomerang where Chowder's at, basically rotate them, but kind of highly doubt that, but that would be cool. Adventure Time, Summer Camp Island, Teen Titans Go, Gumball, regular show, then Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, and of course I know that April 7th, Ed, and Eddie will be coming back. Wait, not the 7th, I think. No, it's the 6th. It's the 6th, okay. Anyways, again, great lineup. I hope regular show the new tapes will air on Adult Swim. Sadly, they're not. It's going to be on CN. But adults will be watching anyway, so I don't think it really matters where it airs. Okay. Oh, that's on that Wednesday. Oh shoot. I should have done it on that. I should have done it on Tuesday instead, but it didn't really matter. It's the same schedule. Um okay, let's see what they have for Acme Fools. We get a Smiling Friends marathon. That's very cool. I'm not too big of a fan of the series, but it's actually funny. Why not? There's some funny moments. Okay, Acme Fools. So we get the Looney Tunes Show, Bugs Bunny Builders, Tiny Toons University, Crypto Saves the Day. Okay. Kind of weird to put that on a day where it involves Looney Tunes, but okay. Speaking of Looney Tunes, we get the original. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tom and Jerry short? Okay. Mixing it up with the whole Boomerang classics. I get it. Duck Dodgers, Tiny Toons University, Looney Tunes Show, and then that's it. Courage takes over. So I do like this lineup. To be honest, I really thought they were going to replace the 4 o'clock hour with Baby Looney Tunes, because that obviously that's still Looney Tunes related. So it's just a little bizarre. Plus, you already have like 3 hours of a Looney Tunes show. It would make more sense, but I suppose it's cool. But it would have been a little nice. Like last time they aired the show was back in 2023 in December for that one-off airing. So, but I don't think it really matters. Again, like it's on Boomerang, so there you go. So I want to see if Easter is like available here. If it is, then I'll show it off. It is. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and do this extra day that I actually didn't promise. Okay, so here we are for Sunday, Easter Sunday. So we get Be Cool Scooby-Doo, the new Scooby-Doo movies, the new Scooby-Doo mysteries, What's New Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo Stage Fright, Jellystone, the Looney Tunes Show, the Tom and Jerry Show, Tiny Toons University, We Bare Bears, Teen Titans Go. Oh yeah, of course, it's longer. Total Dramarama. Uncle Grandpa. Frick, finally, Cartoon Network. God, you haven't been giving the show respect since what? 2024, I think? I kind of forgot, but it's finally freaking back. And look, I get it. It's only one episode, but still, it's back. So, guys, please do us all a favor and actually watch this, because if it gets lots of attention, they might put it back on. They might even just put it on weekends. I don't care. Just have it on. And bring back Apple and Onion, too. Can't wait until the 2017 CN people to complain. Oh, yeah. Oh, Teen Titans Go Marathon! No! Cartoon Network, you suck! I really want to say what Penn says, but YouTube just hates YouTube just hates the F word, but I'll say this. You need to shut the up! And of course we get What's New Scooby-Doo afterwards. So, I think that's it with CN. Yeah, no info available, so I'm just gonna stop here, and I guess I'll let you guys decide which ones you want to see next. Of course, like what some Wally fans said, I'm not touching Boomerang. That's gonna be left alone. Nick Jr.? Alright. Good. Cool. We'll do Nick Jr. next. Let's actually do it on let's see. Today's the 23rd. Let's do the 25th. I'm only going to do weekdays, though, because weekends, most likely not good. Oh, you said Discovery Family. We'll do Nick Jr. first, and then we'll do... Oh. I was going to say, we'll do Nick Jr. first, and then we'll do Discovery Family. But, yeah, we'll just do Nick Jr. Why not? It's going to go quick, though, because we all know that Nickelodeon doesn't like to add in variety of shows on their schedules anymore. So here we go. We get Bubble Guppies, Team Umizoomi, Paw Patrol, Rubble and Crew, more Paw Patrol, more Rubble and Crew, Bubble Guppies. You guys are probably thinking it's for 7 hours, right? But guess what? It's not, because Blue's Clues and You comes back. Oh my god. Okay, I get it. It's not the original, but it's something Blue's Clues related. This is so cool. And I believe this is probably in ties probably like a way to hype us up for like the 30th anniversary of Blue's Clues. If that's the case, then great. And I'm honestly really hoping this does well on views, because if it does, and if once September comes around, they might, and I'm putting emphasis on might bring back the original. But I'll pretty much believe it whenever I see it. I'll believe it when I see it, but yeah, this is just amazing. It's about frickin' time they're giving Blue, Josh in this case, Tracy Page Johnson, Todd Kessler, Angela C. Centimiro, and all of the other people that used to work on Blue's Clues respect. And the three people I mentioned there, they've worked on the reboot, which is great. You'd watch if you still had cable. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we have Peppa Pig, Paw Patrol, Rebel and Crew, Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig. Basically just the same stuff. And then, of course, a one-off airing for Mr. Crocodile. Wow. Wow. Treating their new shows with disrespect. Why am I not surprised by that? And that's it. So, obviously, this lineup still sucks. But, I will give them a little credit for bringing back an older series. I know it's not that old, but it's based off of a older franchise, Blue's Clues and You. So, that I'll give them credit. But aside from that, this schedule sucks. I'm just going to give it a 2 out of 10. Just for effort for bringing back Blue's Clues and You, but that's it. Because they're married to those talking dogs. Or in Eustace Bag's case, you probably meant those stupid talking dogs. Seriously, I've said this a couple times already, but Paw Patrol needs to make a character that's like Eustace. Calling the dogs stupid and saying that they can't go on missions because they're so dumb or something. I don't know. That'd be the only good thing about Paw Patrol. The only good thing. Aside from that, everything else in the series. Okay, so next we're gonna do Discovery Family. Of course, I mentioned this in my post as well, but yeah, this channel will be done. So weekdays and weekends. Yeah, let's start on this Friday, and then we'll do the weekends as well. So we get Ultimate Cook-Off, Beach Hunters, How Do Animals Do That, Transformers Rescue Bots, The Smurfs. Man, my remote really does not like to work for me, huh? Mini Beat Rockers, Baby Looney Tunes, Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, Lucas the Spider, Pound Puppies, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Scooby-Doo and Guess Who on weekdays? Yeah, we're going to get back to that. I know what you guys are going to say, so please don't type it. I'm going to get to it in a minute. Summer Camp Island, Steven Universe, and then all this garbage that no one cares about. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Come on. Okay, yeah, you already know what's happening. The schedule has changed, and there's only run. The schedule has changed, and there's only one reason for that. You remember Littlest Pet Shop? Yeah, that's off. That show completely left DFC, and I'm thinking it's because of rights. Like really, they would air it here from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., but they basically moved up Pound Puppies and the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic reruns, and then they replaced that hour with Scooby Doo and Guess Who, in which it's great to see on weekdays, but like that's still kind of sad because one of those shows are taken off. I mean, to be fair though, I could care less because like I don't like the show, but still, I don't want to be heartless. So I will say it is sad. Honestly, Who is watching classic Tom and Jerry at 3 a.m. on 3 a.m. in the morning on Boomerang? Well, I mean, maybe I could a couple of the times because it's on at midnight, or I could just record the show for later. But nah, I wouldn't do that every night. No way. Nicktoons sucks. Slop. Basically. So I still don't know what to like really think of Discovery Family. Really, the first like 12 of the hours are good. They have variety, but the other 12 is just ridiculous. And we still have to get through weekends as well. And there is a change here, so let's get going. So we have The Adventures of. Wait. It's only on for half an hour? Okay, it's still on for an hour on Sundays. Okay. Yeah, because My Little Pony Equestria Girls movie's airing. Eh. Then we get Bubbles Hotel. Wait, hold up. Okay. So it's basically a movie for their hours, or they could for their hour, and then they could replace a half hour of this to like extend the time. Kind of like what GSN would do with Deal or No Deal. Like they would either replace half an hour of Millionaire or a majority of the time replace half an hour of Match Game. That's what this is reminding me of, but still. Bubbles Hotel, Underdogs United, Bat Wheels for an hour. Baby Looney Tunes on a weekend? Yeah, and the reason for this is hang on, let me actually show you here. The reason for this is because come on, show the picture. Thank you. And the reason for this is because We Baby Bears is leaving Discovery Family. I think it's because of rights or something. Like they had a 1-year license, so I guess it makes sense. Yeah. Then we get the Smurfs, Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, still not the right characters. My Gym Partner is a Monkey, which came back again, as I've mentioned before, I think. Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, Cake Boss, and then basic garbage that no one cares about. Like, do you guys even care for these Discovery shows? Because I don't. But yeah, that's it with Discovery. Decent lineup, but like, there's two portions of the schedule. There's the cartoon portion and the Discovery Show portion. The cartoon portion is good. There's variety. But the Discovery portion sucks. There's not even much variety. That Nicktoon schedule is, oh yeah, and I've been wanting to talk about this, or I've been wanting to say this. Let me say this in the George Carlin narration. Maybe I'll even do Ringo Starr as well. Why not? Let's do George Carlin first. That Nicktoon schedule is disgraceful, said Gordon. Disgusting, put in James. Despicable, finished Henry. And now for Ringo Starr. That Nicktoon schedule is disgraceful, said Gordon. Disgusting, put in James. Despicable, finished Henry. Finished Henry. I love that. I liked it when they had planet's funniest animals and funniest pets and people, but that's all. But that's all I've watched. But that's all I watched the night half for. Okay. You love Thomas? Didn't you state before, like a couple years ago, that you only watch the songs? I know you don't watch the stories or the episodes, but yeah, that's cool. I like that. It's such a shame how last year Teennick had so many classics come back, but then 2026 rolls around and it's just the Loud House and Henry Danger. Yeah, that really does suck. I agree. That sucks. Okay. You know what? Speaking of Teen Nick, hmm, I was actually wondering if random facts was gonna come here because he wanted me to do Teen Nick's schedule starting the 4th. Come on. It's only a change on weekends, but it's still a decent one. The later CGI episodes, that's it. Oh, okay. So you have seen some of the episodes. All right. Or maybe you just. Hmm. I honestly don't know if you just watched them recently or back then. It doesn't matter. I highly recommend the Motto era. It's way better than the CG episodes, but that's only my opinion. There's just something nostalgic about the Motto era, the Motto episodes that I freaking adore. Okay. Well, unless if he doesn't come in the stream, um, he can just watch this. He could just watch this when it goes to rerun form, if you guys know what I mean. But let's go ahead and take a look at the weekend schedule for Teennick. I know you guys didn't recommend this, but it's only gonna take like a couple minutes. We already know. So we get the Loud House, and then starting at 1:30, we get good old iCarly, which comes back for the 9 millionth time, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's going on, replacing like a good 5 or 6 hours of the Loud House. And the same thing goes for Sunday. Yep, same thing. It's only 2 shows, which still sucks, but I will give them credit for bringing back iCarly. That's if it's going to freaking last this time. I know, they just look cute. Yeah, I, I guess I'll agree to that. I personally think they look cool, but I can understand why some people would say that. I saw someone else on another Thomas video say the same thing, so you're definitely not the only one with that opinion. At least it's not the really loud house. I mean, to be fair, that belongs to Team Nick more than the loud house. But again, I could care less because I don't like the loud house. I think it's I wouldn't say it's cringe, but it's just not a good show. Teennick just treats Teennick treats Teennick treats iCarly reruns the way Nickjr treated Fresh Beat Band of Spies reruns. Wait, so they take that show on and off the air? Because I remember they had it on until like 2017, 2016-ish. No, I think it's like 2018, 2019. I kind of forgot, but yeah, they just had it for a while and then they got rid of it, obviously. Okay, so what else do I need to go through? Oh yeah, those as well. Um, so I think the only other channel I have to go through is GSN, but just want to make sure if there's any others. Like I know Bubba's World wants me to look at Disney XD and Disney Junior, so I might as well do those. Not now, but I'll just get them ready. They last aired Fresh Beat Band of Spies, or FBBOS, in 2021. Oh! Honestly, that does sound familiar because I know they still had that show on when they took off others like Blue's Clues, Dora the Explorer, and I think Max and Ruby. So, yeah, that could be right. I honestly can't believe Team Umizoomi is still on the Nickjr schedule. Hey, me too. Like, I'm literally asking this question. Like, so you get rid of all your older shows, but you manage to keep Team Umizoomi? What sense does that make? Like, I don't even think kids are. I don't think kids are even watching Team Umizoomi. So why keep it? Oh, what? So you want to? Oh, just so. Oh, so you can support Donovan Patton, who voices Bot. Dude, if you want to support John, dude, if you want to support Donovan Patton, just air Blues Clues. It's not so hard. Is the show even that popular? I heck if I know. I don't even watch the show anymore. I think it's kind of stupid. I know it has hybrid animation, and I don't think I mentioned this on my channel, but I freaking adore hybrid animation. The way they have live action and animation together is just so freaking cool. Hence the reason why I still love Blue's Clues to this day. But the reboot live action with CGI, it's okay, but it's still fine, but I prefer 2D with live action. Probably the same reason how I feel about the season 12, the 12th season of Thomas and Friends. Okay, that hybrid animation still looks cool, but CG faces on the models is kind of unsettling. Especially considering the fact that they have some scenes in the season in those episodes where they go back to the resin clay faces, the original ones that we all know and love, or yeah, know and love, or what we're most familiar with. Plus, that's the only hybrid animation season in the entire show, which makes it even more bizarre. They were planning on making more seasons like that, but um, something came up with budget cuts in the UK, so they had to call it off. But hey, at least they were really willing to keeping the models around, even if the animation would take it over, kinda. to be fair, to be fair, Team Umizoomi in at least my time zone airs at 12 a.m., so I don't know who's watching. Um, I wasn't paying attention, but I'll take a look what time it comes on in my state. So it comes on from 1:24 a.m. to 12:15 a.m., which yeah, it's still kind of late. But yeah, yeah, considering the fact that I don't even have the freaking channel anymore, obviously I'm not going to be tuning in, going to be able to tune in. Do you plan on keeping those videos where you give out your opinion on every single show from Nickelodeon, PBS Kids, and Cartoon Network? Well, you actually forgot about Noggin and the adult shows. Um, I mean, I I I keep on looking back to those videos and I see like the viewer counts going up. Obviously, they're kind of doing well, so maybe I will. Um, I was kind of planning on doing commentaries on those videos too, like basically just watching my older review of the show or what I thought of it back then, and then I would give you my um, current thoughts, like my modern thoughts on them. Because obviously my opinions have changed on all of those shows. I'm not saying that all of them sucks just because they're for little kids. And even though I don't really watch them that much anymore, um, I would still kind of respect them in a way, even though some of them really do suck. So to answer that question, I guess I'll keep them. Maybe something like the adult show one or something like that. Maybe I'll get rid of, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll see what my decisions are. Honestly, them airing Team Umizoomi at that time reminds me of the Flintstones airing at 1 a.m. on Boomerang back in 2015 and early 2016. Remember that? I remember the Flintstones was on Boomerang when it rebranded. I don't really recall them airing that early in the morning. Like, didn't they like? Didn't they air them like I don't know, maybe at like 6 a.m. or something? Like, trying to recall that video of. Oh, hang on. freaking telemarketers. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, I was like kind of looking back or going back to or thinking about, let's put it that way, that video Jimmy Snowden made about the Boomerang schedule in 2016, and from what I could recall, I think it was on the Flintstone was on like maybe 6 a.m. or something. I don't know. I can't really remember too much. It's been a long time. Plus, this was also back when the Flintstones was on at like it was on daily. Even when Boomerang rebranded to the newer stuff, they still kept that show and other classics on, which I do think is bizarre. And the fact that they're airing alongside other newer shows like Sonic Boom, Be Cool Scooby Doo, um, Wabbit, I believe, was on there at that point. Peanuts, Shaun the Sheep, and Grizzly and Lemmings. Yeah, that right there is bizarre. But even if Boomerang has new stuff nowadays, um, at least like it's not as bad as how it was back then. Like yeah, the most modern day show we have on there is the most modern show we have on there is Summer Camp Island. But aside from that, all the other shows are kind of old in a way. But I wouldn't consider them classics. Hello, Lem8942. I think it's been a long time since you commented on here, so yeah, great to have you back. Sup? That was late 2016. Yeah, it was airing at 1 a.m., sometimes at 11 a.m. Hmm, okay. I mean, currently the show airs on there from like, if I can remember correctly, 9:30 through 10:30, and then it airs another half hour on weekdays. Oh yeah, that's also on weekdays. It airs on there for half an hour, 9 o'clock. No, 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 10 o'clock. My mistake. Do you think Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob is greedy? Pff, of course. I mean, I agree with what Ben the Looney said about him. Good potatoes. I hate this guy. I agree with you, dude. Mr. Krabs sucks. Yeah, it airs on weekends at 9 p.m. through 10 p.m. Actually, I would say it is kind of weird how it gets a whole hour around that time on weekends, but then again, we get it for 90 minutes on weekdays, so and we get an hour of it early in the morning on weekdays, so that's cool. I still didn't really like that change they did with shrinking up the Flintstones and the Jetsons for half an hour with Duck Dodgers, but then again, they did replace the hour with Ben 10 and Jellystone, so it's not a terrible change. At least we are getting more variety of other shows. Okay, so I think I'll just briefly go through Disney ch- Disney's channels and we'll see what stuff they got. And then if I see something that's different, I think I'll point it out. Oh my god, Doc McStuffins? That has to be brand new. I don't recall that being on the schedule. I know Bubba's World was talking about Sophia the First, but I don't see it on here. Unless if I missed it. Probably not. There's the weekends. Are you familiar with that channel called Buzzer? Of course I am. Like I have it on Watch Free TV, so yeah. I do watch that channel from time to time. Oh my goodness. The Ghost and Molly McGee? I wasn't expecting that. Oh, wait a minute. That's unconfirmed. Oh god. Why did I fall for that? Okay. We're gonna change it up. Yes, I know you probably didn't see that, but I'm recording Phineas and Ferb. I don't really watch the show too often, but since I have this chance, I figure SpongeBob was at his worst in the episode of How for Gary. Oh, you are so not wrong on that. That episode sucks. Okay, there we go. There's Sophia the First at 3:05 through 3:30 for half an hour. Oh, I get Toy Story 4. That's cool. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were still in the stream. We get Wally. I already know they're gonna air that movie on Earth Day. That's no surprise because, yeah, actually I didn't say this, but this might shock you guys, but I actually never haven't seen the full movie of Wally ever, or up until 2025 when I watched it in one of my school classes. Um, the only thing I remember of Wally was that, um, like Nintendo 3D, Nintendo 3S or whatever, Nintendo 3DS game. Yeah, that's the only thing I remember of it. I haven't seen the full movie, but yet I have some nostalgia for it. And kind of looking back at it, it just gives me some Crashbox like vibes to it. Like I can imagine Wally working with all the robots on that show, all the games. Yeah, we do have some surprises here. And I do see they are bringing back a lot of older shows, so that's nice. At least not Nick Jr. At least the Disney channels cares for their older shows, unlike Nickelodeon. And I also heard that the the former president, I think his name was Bob Iger or something, he actually stepped down, and then a new person stepped in. So hopefully he's doing the same thing as the previous guy, bringing in older shows. Well, we already know because of April 7th, because of Wander Over Yonder and freaking Pickle and Peanut, but we could only expect more from here. What show do you Oh, good, you actually noticed. What show do you think is more overrated and has the worst fan base? SpongeBob or The Loud House? I'm gonna have to say SpongeBob because it's been lasting a whole lot longer than The Loud House. I noticed that after Dave left this I noticed that after Dave left, the schedulers right now, they really love the Flintstones. I mean, I love the Flintstones too, but like, dang, they don't need to be that freaking obsessed. But then again, it's a classic. It belongs to the channel, so cool. Also plus the Flintstones hasn't been on the normal schedule since 2018, if I'm not too mistaken. Not too mistaken. I believe it was 2018 or early 2019. I kind of forgot, but yeah. Tina Sullivan, you broken up your sentences. You don't need to. Of course, you don't need to do it like that. I'm gonna read the comment as how you typed it. Then I'm gonna and I'm gonna read it as how you should have typed it. What is your favorite Disney Junior show? What is your favorite Disney Junior show? um, Even though I don't really have a favorite, and I know these technically count as Playhouse Disney shows, but I don't think it really matters. It would either come down to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or the Imagination Movers. I think I'm gonna have to say Imagination Movers. Like I haven't seen that show in years, but I still come back. But I actually come back to it from time to time, and it's way freaking better than the Wiggles. So we're gonna stick with that. Did you hear about the SpongeBob Krabby Patty meal from Wendy's? Oh my gosh, man, you are way too late on that. But yes, I have, obviously, because I saw the commercials on TV. I was originally planning on getting it. I was planning to get it, but for one, Wendy's is kind of far away from where I live, and two, I'm not into SpongeBob SquarePants. So I didn't get it. I know Burger King had the same thing too because of the SpongeBob Search for SquarePants movie, but um one of the same reasons for Wendy's is, well, I didn't get it. Of course, I didn't get it because I'm not interested in the show. But Burger King is a lot closer to me than how Wendy's is. So obviously, that reason's not the same. But yeah, I didn't get that as well. Honestly, surprised. Honestly, surprised that McDonald's didn't do that same thing. I mean, they had SpongeBob toys, but they didn't have like any SpongeBob promotions. So they could have done something about it. Like their burger kind of looks like the Krabby Patty a little bit. It's almost the same size. Honestly, the Flintstones have a weird history on Boomerang. Mm. I mean, of course they showed it back when they had the older Boomerang. No surprise, because it's classic. But yeah, even in modern day, they still had it. Even when Christina Miller was in charge. But ever since like 2016, 2017, she just took it off for no apparent reason. Not good thinking. What's on Disney Junior right now? Um, you can check it out by looking back like 5 minutes ago to see what stuff they had. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. All right, so I think that's all the schedules there. I know I'm missing GSN. Don't need to remind me on that. We're definitely gonna go get into that later on. Um, yeah, let's just keep it like this. Why not? Let's keep it on the Big Bang Theory. Let's go down here. Okay, we're gonna keep it right there. You're my favorite YouTuber? Well, thank you. Even though I can't really understand your grammar, but it's better than Lincoln Space Jam, so I'll give you that. Though I don't think you yeah, I don't think you really comment much on my vids. I don't even know when you first came. Maybe recent? Because I don't recognize your name, obviously. Yeah, Chuck Lorre, same guy that did Two and a Half Men. They still have Smurfs too when they first rebranded. Yeah, to my knowledge, I think that was the one and only classic they kept even during the time when even during all those times when they had like a very bad variety of shows. Like yeah, sure, they still had Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Garfield and Friends back when they still had the rights to it. And then they had a whole bunch of new shows. So that right there was bizarre, especially around 2019. That when they had, like I said, those shows, and then a whole bunch of new shows, and then the Smurfs would only get an hour. I remembered watching a video from someone. I forgot his name, but in his Boomerang schedule rant, he said this line: "Oh, ow! The only classic show airing in this entire Boomerang schedule that isn't Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry, and that's a Smurfs, and that's only airing for an hour at 5 o'clock in the morning." Oh my! Like that right there is bizarre, guaranteed. All right, got another good 45 minutes. Not bad. Dinah Sullivan, you can always look up on the website yourself. Just giving you advice. They did remove the Smurfs one time. They did remove the Smurfs one time. That's it. Since 2018, they have been airing nonstop. And and this just brings me back to what I've been saying before. It's just weird how they just have like a bad variety of shows and not many classics air on it, but yet air on it, but yet they kept the Smurfs. Like, remember that one time back in 2019, around the mid 19 of Boomerang, they still had classics like all the classic Cartoon Network, all the classic Cartoon Network shows. So they had Chowder, Codename Kids Next Door, Dexter's Laboratory, Courage the Cowardly Dog, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Ever since July, and this was around the same time that Nickjr took the original Blue's Clues off the air. Sad face. Um, they removed those shows, and the only classics they had were Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Baby Looney Tunes, Garfield and Friends, and the Smurfs. No, wait, actually, Garfield and Friends came around like later on in the year, so it just it just felt weird how they put a classic back on there, but yet they don't put other classics. Like I don't understand that logic. It's pretty stupid. But the point is the fact that is that they kept the Smurfs, but yet they took off all the other classics. What sense does that make? It's supposed to be called Boomerang, not Cartoon Network Orang. Okay, that made no sense. But that's how it felt like, with not much classics. I mean, yeah, we had Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, and yeah, they had a whole lot of shorts, but 12 hours taking up the whole schedule, and they were taking up the whole schedule. It's like, no. And again, they're classics, but you don't need that much freaking Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. That's just too much. Not even the spin-offs help, even though Baby Looney Tunes is the only classic spin-off that does belong to the channel. I don't know what channel One Piece is on. It's on Cartoon Network, dude. Where else would it be on? MeTV Toons? No. The only anime, to my knowledge, that they have is Speed Racer, but that's it. Boomerang in late 2016 through 2021 is a weird time. I agree. They had classic Cartoon Network shows around the time, but it didn't make things any better because there wasn't many classics on. Though I really did love the blocks that Tom Ashine came up with. To be fair, I really thought that he was going to change it up every month. Like, if you remembered, in September they had From Midnight Through 2, Dexter's Laboratory, um, The Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, and Ed, Edd and Eddy. Then in October they changed it. They changed it up to making it have Courage the Cowardly Dog, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, and Chowder. And then the next month in November they changed it up again to The Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and Courage the Cowardly Dog. And then they didn't even change the other one until, like, I want to say 6, 7. Don't take that seriously. 6 or 7 months later, they finally changed it to Codename Kids Next Door, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Chowder, and big surprise, Camp Lazlo. But even with that good change, yeah, the schedule really wasn't that good. Like, they had classics still, but they had a whole bunch of new stuff too. It's like, Tom Ashheim, I thought you knew what belonged to Boomerang, what didn't. I thought you knew what Boomerang is about. Apparently he didn't, so that was a disappointment. Oh, Rocky Rocks finally came here. What's up? What's up, dude? The Acme Fools lineup isn't bad, but 3 hours of Tiny Toons University is a bit much. I would replace the first hour of Tiny Toons with new Looney Tunes. Oh, wait a minute! They lost the rights to new Looney Tunes? You're kidding! I I thought they would bring it back on Boomerang later on. Like, that's what Bubba's World was thinking. I might have to look that up later. Oh my god, I didn't know that. So, no wonder why Jellystone replaced it on Sundays on Cartoon Network. Wow. CN and Boomerang can't air it anymore. Well, you know what they say. You learn new things every day. Wow. Let's see. I guess I can get started with that schedule in 9 minutes. All I have to do now is GSN, and that's it. That's gonna be the last schedule. So I know it says 2:23 currently on my channel guide on that clock there, but I'm gonna keep going until 3:02. I know that's a random time, but I want the stream to be exactly 2 hours. I think that's a good amount of time. Wow, I still can't believe that. They actually lost rights to new Looney Tunes. So, my guess, that's um pretty much like with Teen Titans, it was just like an acquired show from Warner Brothers. It's not a show that Cartoon Network originally picked up. Like I know it's not a Cartoon Network original, but still. That's crazy. What's your favorite episode of The Simpsons and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? I honestly don't have a favorite. Like I don't watch too much of The Simpsons even though I find it okay. And Mickey Mouse Clubhouse I haven't watched in years. So I don't really have a favorite for both of them. I didn't realize that. They should replace an hour of Tiny Toons with Baby Looney Tunes. Yeah, I was actually going to say that, actually, but um, like I like I mentioned before earlier, they could have replaced the 4 o'clock hour of regular show with Baby Looney Tunes. That would have been a good decision. But apparently, CN has a problem with airing Baby Looney Tunes past 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, technically, they're airing it at 10 o'clock every weekend on Discovery Family. So where's your where's your excuse for that? What is your favorite cartoon? Um, you're probably thinking I'm gonna say SpongeBob, right? Nope, it's Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I mean, to be fair, SpongeBob used to be my favorite cartoon, but ever since like last year or 2 years ago, when I lost complete interest in it, it stopped me. It stopped being my favorite. Oh, and I see you're actually getting your grammar better, so good. I'm actually glad you're taking my advice. At least you actually listen, unlike that junior kid. I honest wait. I wanted to do it on The Simpsons. Do what on The Simpsons? If that's your favorite, then that's cool. I believe that would be your favorite adult cartoon. My favorite adult cartoon is Beavis and Butthead. That's a definite classic. As Bees once said, for more information on how to overuse a sponge until it's ruined, turn your TV to Nickelodeon. Oh, that's actually really funny. Wow. Overuse your overuse a sponge until it's ruined. More like Nicktoons. Nicktoons would be a better excuse, but or better answer. But I could see why you want to say Nick. That's cool. That's still fine. They overuse SpongeBob on Nickelodeon too. I want Eve the Sims. Okay, that doesn't make sense. I already told you it's 5 o'clock. Not just they lost the rights to New Looney Tunes, they lost the rights to Scooby Doo and Guess Who. Are you serious? Like, I thought they still had the rights to it since Discovery Family is using it. What? Or what? Did they just sell the rights to Discovery Family now? Is that what happened? That probably explains why I'm not seeing it on Boomerang anymore. Well, to be fair, it doesn't belong to the channel, and neither did Wabbit or New Looney Tunes, so I get it. I'm not going to complain on that, but still, it's surprising. I only have YouTube on my iPad? Okay, then. What do you think would happen if Nick lost the rights to Paw Patrol? hmm. Well, maybe they'd probably put in something like Bubble Guppies or Peppa Pig or maybe some older shows. Take notes, Nick. Listen to your fans, but we all know they're not going to do that. They don't care about their old shows anymore, unless it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, iCarly, Team Umizoomi, if you want to count that. Well, it's 16 years old. You might as well. And I guess that's it. I can't think of any other old show they use. Yeah, Discovery Family have the rights to it now. I don't really want to like push it or anything or like jump to conclusions or like what else? Like jinx it, but I could imagine if they did that exact same thing with Baby Looney Tunes cuz it's both on Boomerang and Discovery Family currently. So I I actually want to see the thought process or what would happen if they actually did that. I mean, to be fair, let's actually show you cuz I don't want to be like a lazy guy that doesn't say like show it. Like they have it on both at 5:30 on both channels. Well, where you guys are located at, it's at 8:30, but where I'm at, it's 5:30. So I have it on at the exact same time here. So really, it wouldn't matter if they gave the rights to Discovery Family, but I wouldn't want them to. Even though I don't tune into the show at that time, obviously, but and I could just record it, but still, really, it wouldn't matter if they it doesn't really matter what channel it's on, but yeah. But didn't they do this? No, I was gonna say, do they do the same with Sylvester and Tweety? Because recently they had it on around December of last year. Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries on Cartoon Network. Do you know what a CBS show is going to be on Nick at Night? Yeah, I think it's I think American Culinary Company is the show, but is Teennick becoming a cable network for CBS shows? Well, to be fair, I mean I would think so. I do think it's a fine idea because it's better than showing this god awful show for endless hours. Like even when they premiered them, they actually did replace Friends. So I'm honestly hoping so. Like I don't care what channel it turns into. I just want them to have some freaking variety. Since they don't have Scooby Doo and Guess Who on Boomerang, they could bring back Shaggy and Scooby Doo Get a Clue. I think they recently like took that show off the air, so maybe they could replace like wait, I was gonna say Be Cool Scooby Doo, but that's being replaced with What's New Scooby Doo. I guess replace Scooby Doo Mystery Inc. with that again? I was gonna say take off Scooby Doo or Are You, but no, I don't want to because that show actually belongs to the frickin' channel. It's classic. Excuse me. All right, this is gonna come up in a bit. Friends goes on for friendless hour. Friendless hours. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. They used to have what is in Australia Nick at Night classic shows on the network. Really? Can T see your can T see you DVR? All right, Dinah. I really don't want to be rude here, but you really gotta fix your grammar. I'm sorry. I'm not this type of guy that could understand that sort of like type of language. Yeah, I can just show it for these 3 days. Got another half hour to go. What channel is on your cable? Um, unless you haven't been watching my other TV schedule videos, you should already know what channels I have. I believe on my very first special stream, I've done a little run through of them, so you can just go back to that, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, even though this is a 2-hour video, it's still going to count as a TV schedule video for my playlist. I apologize for breaking the fourth wall, but this is going to be added. That's if YouTube allows me to upload it. Every Scooby show on Boomerang have a rotation now, except for Pup Named Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. Wait, Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo? Well, Pup Named Scooby-Doo I know, but Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo I actually didn't. I guess they know that show's doing so well. Really, they should rotate a Pup Named Scooby-Doo. I don't know why that show's still on, like, on weekdays. To my knowledge, there's, like, only 28-ish episodes. I don't understand the thought process. And here's the thing, like, when it comes to shows only having, like, very few episodes and them being shown on weekdays, that's just bizarre, and it's going to make the viewer tired of the show eventually. At least with GSN, they actually, when it comes to shows not having many episodes, they actually do put them on weekends, and they kind of rotate them a little bit. Like of course, a few months ago, they did recently bring back Match Game and Card Sharks, but little spoiler here, they're going to get rid of them. They're airing Hannah Montana on Disney Channel tomorrow. I think they're doing this, I know, because of the 20th anniversary, but also they are bringing back older shows. Yeah, that Danny guy, I believe that was his name. It's been a long time since I saw him. He was mentioning something about it and even asking me what I think about it, and I was like, I don't really care about the show. I don't care about it. Obviously, I'm not a girl, so I don't like that sort of stuff. Pretty much the only girl-targeted shows I like are iCarly, Victorious, I guess The Mighty Bee. I mean, I don't love the show. I think it's okay. It kind of has a SpongeBob SquarePants feel to it. All right. Goodbye, Somali fan. Okay, so I want you to DVR The Simpsons. Why is that a question? I'm not going to record The Simpsons. No. I like The Simpsons, but dude, I don't need to I don't need to record it. I could just pretty much watch it any other time I want. Okay, so there's really not not much else going on here. I don't know if JB Films 115 is still in the stream, but hopefully he'll come in soon, but who knows. Even if he doesn't, he can always just watch this in rerun form. Also, the special is airing on Freeform on the 27th, and I thought yesterday Freeform is becoming like an adultish version of Disney Channel. I guess that makes sense because you have stuff like Family Guy and Blackish and all those old school Disney Pictures movies, so I can see what you mean. All right, let's quickly look at the GSN schedule. I'm going to do weekdays and weekends, and yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff here, so make sure you catch them. So let's start with weekdays. So we get Match Game, Chain Reaction, Catch 21, Cash Cab, Wheel of Fortune, The $100,000 Pyramid, Deal or No Deal at 8 o'clock. Yeah. You guys notice something here? Who Wants to Be Millionaire is taken off. Yep. Just like with Littlest Pet Shop being taken off of Discovery Family, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is also being taken off of GSN. And I believe, just like with that show as well, it's because of expiring rights. So yeah, that sucks, but hey, we get extra Deal or No Deal, which happens to be my favorite GSN show, so that's great. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, so Deal or No Deal gets 2 hours, and then we get 2 hours of Wheel of Fortune. At least Wheel of Fortune isn't the only show that gets 2 straight hours, so that's cool. Yeah. Then we get Jeopardy, Masterminds, The Perfect Line, Flip Side, Chain Reaction, replacing Beat the Bridge. And you guys are probably thinking that it's off the air completely, right? Well, we'll get to that. Then we get America Says for a full hour. So, yeah, that's cool. We'll come back to that in a bit. The Chase, The Wall, Press Your Luck, Family Feud, Flip Side, The Perfect Line, Jeopardy, and then more Family Feud. So, in case, well, if you guys were here earlier, JB Films 115 mentioned about the new season of America Says, and I think it's about high time I say this here. Yeah, I do think it is surprising that it is being revived. Like, come on, man. This was a show that was ended ever since 2022, and then 4 years later, they just decided to revive it. I never thought that GSN would revive one of their originals. Like, this is just so cool right here. So yeah, not only does it get a whole hour on weekdays, but we are getting brand new episodes starting April 13th next month of this year. Man, that's crazy. I never thought GSN would actually revive one of their originals. So that is just so freaking cool. If only we get that exact same thing with stuff like People Puzzler, well, that's a possibility. Switch, Beat the Bridge, I don't think is going to get revived, and all that. Well, maybe Split Second, but I could care less about that. It's not a very good show. But still a decent lineup. Unfortunately, they lost a little variety because of Millionaire and Beat the Bridge, but there's still 16 shows on the lineup. Like, if you guys don't believe me on that end, I'm going to go ahead and go back and actually show you proof that there is 16 shows on the lineup. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So yes, definitely a good lineup, of course. But I know Weekends kind of lost that variety, but hey, it's still a decent lineup anyway. At least for like the first 11 hours, 11-ish, 12-ish hours. So let's see Weekends. So we get 25 words or less. Beat the Bridge, so it's not being forgotten, which is great. Cash Cab, yes, it replaced half an hour of Cash Cab. Go figure. Wheel of Fortune, Switch, Split Second, Tic Tac Toe, Bingo Blitz, America Says, Family Feud Favorites, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. Yes, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune replacing Match Game with Alec Baldwin, aka the guy that did a bad thing. And Celebrity Jeopardy replacing Card Sharks. And then The Wall, then Family Feud. So yeah, kind of surprised they made that sort of change, but hey, they were airing quite a bit of the original Wheel of Fortune and the original Jeopardy, even though it's the later episode, so you might as well make that little change. So now for Sundays, it's a little bit different. So we get 25 words or less, Beat the Bridge, Cash Cab, Jeopardy, Switch, Split Second, Tic Tac Toe, Bingo Blitz, America Says for 2 hours, Family Feud, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, Celebrity Jeopardy, The Wall, and then Family Feud. And then, of course, Family Feud Favorites, and then more Family Feud. So again, Weekends, not very good, but you know what? It's still variety. Still way better than Nick. Though, I'm actually going to bring back the how I would improve thing for Weekends. Weekdays, I'm going to leave alone. So let's see. How would I improve weekends? So you can keep 25 words or less. Cash cab should be from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Beat the bridge can be here. Replace this hour and give switch and split second an extra half hour. Tic Tac Toe and Bingo Blitz could remain here, or unless you can replace them with America Says later on. This hour can be People Puzzler. People Puzzler. This could be maybe Idiot Test or something. Keep all of this and then like put in something like Blank Slate. Well, maybe not Blank Slate, since kind of now that I think about it, looking back at that show, it probably isn't that good because it's kind of a ripoff of Match Game. But definitely put back in Hey Yahoo and maybe put in something else like Common Knowledge or something like that. And then the rest can be the same. Okay. You're still doing your live stream? Good. Yeah, for like another like 17 and a half minutes. I see a Disney Junior schedule right now. What is your opinion on Game Show Central? Also, it is it the same as the regular cable channel? I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's actually not the same. I mean, you still have the same shows like America Says, Deal or No Deal, Catch 21, and Family Feud favorites, and stuff like that. But you actually get other shows and forgotten ones too at that. So you get Common Knowledge, Get a Clue, Tug of Words, Minute to Win It, Idiot Test, um, Emo Genius, Divided, Winsanity, Baggage, People Puzzler, which I think is a shocker right there. You get all those older shows that don't even air on GSN anymore. So I dang sure think it's a good one. And much like, actually not much like with GSN, they actually don't over air Family Feud. They have it, but they don't over air it. So that's a plus. Is Little Einstein's coming back? Boy, is it even... Did you even see it coming back? No. Of course not. I don't even know where you were, Dylan, but you missed out on a lot. You're just lucky you have like another good 50 minutes left before I end this. Yeah, as you guys could see, I didn't show any footage this time because of what YouTube did to me the last time, so yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different here. Can you please put it on the schedule? Dude, I had it on for quite some time. I don't think I need to do it for the rest of the stream. I think we're all done with the channels. But you're free to chat with me for like the last 15 minutes before this ends. Yeah, I'm only going to do 2 hours. I just want to see if YouTube's able to upload a stream that's 2 hours long. Well, obviously they will. I don't even know why the frick they had problems the last time. Like, that was on them. This better be uploaded. Like, if this ends up not being uploaded, I'm going to have to redo all the schedules in a normal video. I really hope I don't need to do that because, yeah, I know the TV wasn't, like, shown that good. Like, the pictures were too bright, but I didn't want to, like, zoom in and, like, show you, like, this, like how I did last time. I think it was too much work. So this is done a little bit differently. Also, in case if you guys haven't forgotten, this is actually my final upload for the month, meaning that I'm not gonna come back until maybe next month. Like, I can continue my Ask series since many people have been asking for that, and I guess do another stream as well. Maybe around, like, okay, not next week, but maybe the following week, since I actually do get a spring break, so we'll see. Why your DVR is like that today? What what do you mean? This is the normal screen they have. It's not a problem. Hmm. What time was Little Einstein's in 2017? How am I supposed to know? I don't remember. Listen, Dina Sullivan, all this stuff you're asking, you can be looking up online right now. You don't need to ask in the chat. You don't need to be lazy about it. It's just showing the TV symbol there. I didn't know. Dude, it was like this pretty much throughout the whole stream. How are you just noticing? Well, to be fair, you came in pretty late, so I guess, but still. Apparently YouTube thinks this is better than just showing frickin' footage and attempting to get another stupid copyright strike. Do you like Metallica? Um, I'm gonna answer this in Beavis's voice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Metallica's cool. Yeah, that's the band Beavis supports while Butthead supports AC/DC. Kind of completely random bands, but hey, at least they have good taste in music. What do you like to do on rainy days? Nothing. I can't go play outside, obviously. Obviously. Even though I don't even do that anymore. Huh, that's crazy. That's rude of them to do that. Oh, yeah, for sure. Do you prefer AC/DC or Metallica more? Well, to be fair, I actually don't listen to Metallica's music, but AC/DC, on the other hand, yes. So I'm gonna have to go with them. Even though Butthead's even more stupider than Beavis, but that's besides the point. I do like their songs like Back in Black, Highway to Heck. Not saying the actual word because, oh, bad word, take your video down. And Thunderstruck, it's kind of a sad song. No, it's not sad. I just don't like how it really sounds. How have you been doing YouTube for? Okay. I'm gonna have to say this one more time because I really don't like to repeat myself. You really have to fix your grammar. But I think you meant to ask how long have you been doing YouTube for? Pretty much since 2011. No, I joined in 2011 and I didn't make my video until 1 year later in 2012. So probably about 14 to 15 years. Let's just say 14 since I first uploaded in 2012. Do you hate Justin Bieber or One Direction more? Oh my god, definitely Justin Bieber. That guy is a terrible singer. Plus, I've been wanting to say this since you brought that up. I don't know how much Goanimate you guys watch, but there's this random grounded series of Justin Bieber where he gets grounded, of course, but some of the stuff he does or whatever happens to him, he gets grounded and he gets grounded for it's just stupid. Like he gets grounded for having a cold. He he gets grounded for trying to get his parents arrested. Okay, well that's fine. Um, he gets grounded for nothing. He gets grounded for getting a question wrong. He gets grounded for getting bullied. What are we watching? I want to be making TV schedules for. Once again, your grammar man. Please fix it. But no, I don't want you making TV schedule videos. I don't want any people copying me. Like I don't like that because I understand. Like when it comes to being like, okay, being inspired is one thing. That's fine, but like completely copying me, nah. Once again, the only way I'll actually accept this is if people inspire me. But if they're just like making the same stuff, doing the same stuff I'm doing, and they're not, and they like give them all the credit, it's like nah. And that's the thing too. Actually, TV schedule videos wasn't my idea, but um, yeah, it wasn't my idea. The original person that came up with the idea was a user named CuteMimi25, but I pretty much did what he does, but I take it to a whole new level and I make it more, how would you say, different. So I guess you could say it wasn't my idea completely. It was his idea, but I guess part of it you could say is original for me since I do it in a different way. Do you like the band Kiss? Yeah, I mean, they're okay. They kind of look weird with the makeup, but I do like the appearances they had on certain cartoons like Family Guy and the Fairly Odd Parents. How is your bird doing? Um, you guys want to actually see her? I mean, she's not chirping right now, but you know what? I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna show you guys. I got a little time here. She's doing great. Hang on, let me get a good angle. I don't think she likes to be recorded, but yeah. She's doing fine. I actually had another one, but apparently, unfortunately, he passed away because of, I guess, old age. They were getting too old. I don't know, but yeah, that's the only one I have. Say hi if you like, even though she's annoying. Tweet tweet, and that's it. Okay, got another 6 more minutes, and I'm gonna close. What's your opinion on Kyle Huff talking dirty jokes to Do Not, being rude and making fun of him like he's a little baby or something? I think it's stupid. Like he's been saying garbage like he's been farting and stuff. Like, dude, what the you're so gross. Much like with that Smash guy always like saying yes to whenever people pass away. It's like, dude, how freaking heartless are you? Wow. R- she's female. Yeah, she is. Oh, great. Now I angered her. She's tweeting. Uh-oh. What's your favorite Wii game? Uh, I guess. Okay, I don't really play a lot of Wii anymore. I used to back then. I guess those like character games or something. I don't know what they were called. Wii Sports, maybe? Rip Mailbird. Yeah. Do you prefer Michael Jackson or Elvis Presley? Both of them are cool, but I'm gonna have to say Michael Jackson. It's you. Nice to hear you again. Yeah, you're basically saying all the stuff that I showed earlier in the stream. So you missed out on a lot, I'm afraid. So Adventure Time returns on in April. Looney Tunes Day is April 1st. Wee Bear is leaving CN. Yeah. Do you love the Simpsons movie? Yeah, I'd say so. I haven't watched it for a while, but I like it. I actually remember watching it back then, I think when I was a kid. I do know that it's coming back. They're making a sequel, I believe, in 2027, exactly 20 years after the original, so yeah, that's cool. Yeah, kind of a shame you came in late, Powerpuff Girls fan, because I'm gonna be closing the stream in the next few minutes. Do you like Green Day? Oh, I, I I almost thought you mentioned like St. Patrick's Day or the actual color Green Day, but it's the band. Yes, I like Green Day. Yeah, we already know about that, about the regular show Lost Tapes. The Lost Park Files? Bruh, it's called The Lost Tapes. Gosh. All right, 4 minutes. Do you like the band Red Hot Chili Peppers? I don't really listen to their music all that much. They don't really sound too familiar. I'll just say they're okay. Why not? Any reason why you're typing in capital letters? Either you're really excited or like you have your caps lock on your keyboard or whatever you're using to type right now. Type right now. Do you like Nirvana? Yeah, I do like their music. My favorite song from them is In Bloom. That's a definite classic. So JB Films was here the whole time? I thought he was gone, I think. Well, I really hope he saw the GSN schedule and what I said about America Says. Oh my gosh, he finally came on. Well, if you're asking about Teennick's schedule, I recently just showed it a long time ago, so sorry I can't show it again. You're gonna have to watch it in rerun form. Do you like Foo Fighters? Mmm, not too familiar with them, so I guess okay. What's your thoughts on the Teennick schedule? Oh, it sucks, guaranteed. But I like that change they made on weekends, even though it's only one show coming back. But hey, they replaced some of the Loud House reruns, so that's a plus. Replacing cartoons with live action, that's always a good thing for live action channels. Quaimation said that the Fairly Odd Parents is returning to Teennick on March 30th, but it only says the same old. What does that mean? Oh, I actually forgot about that. Wow. I actually forgot to show off that day's schedule because come on. I actually forgot to show off that day's schedule because from what I saw online, um dude, move. What it said online, they didn't show the Fairly Odd Parents. So if you look here, I don't see it. It's just the Loud House and Henry Danger. So did Quimation lie to us again? Well, it's not his fault. So yeah, I'm not gonna blame it all on him. Alright, this is literally the last thing I'm doing. Yeah, I don't see it. 31st? I don't know, but let's see. Come on. Hurry up. You're on video. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. Wow. And here I was getting really hyped for it, but it turns out it was just another false rumor. We really need to stop falling for these false rumors, guys. Like, this is getting way too stupid and annoying. I checked, it's not there. I don't know why Nick cares for their classics. I mean, does not care. All right, well, I guess that's it for the stream. So thank you guys for tuning in. I gotta close this out, and hopefully YouTube doesn't freaking screw up when uploading this. So yeah, have a good day, guys, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, take care. Goodbye.